They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. Mike.
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting wardrobe? Y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date. Okay. Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was supposed to, I thought Lil Murder was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Maybe his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped here everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see. Can I see? Get me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
No notification go out. Oh, that looks real blurry. Y'all hold on. Let me clean that up. I know no notification went out. I've been working hard, and the people that pay me have been getting butter from the duck. And so, because I've been out of town so much, and so when I am in town, they make sure that they get everything they think they need. So I am live today. Who would have thought 2 days in a row? Me live 2 whole days in a row? What the fuck is going on? But we here. We here. So we may not have a whole lot of people that hopefully they'll join. Oh, that looks much better. Hopefully people will begin to join us at some point. But I understand because We ain't had no notifications. I apologize for that because, like I said, it was, yeah, it was so much going on as I was perusing the headlines. And I originally intended for this to be, let me finish up my ice. I originally intended for this to be a politics of it all. And so the dossier has a lot of politics in it, but the dossier started to get filled up with other pressing stories outside of politics. So we got a hodgepodge of it all, a good motley crew of both politics and non-politics. Mm. I got my Tuesday panties on, honey. Mm. We ain't gonna be here long though. We gonna run through it. We're gonna run through it, add a little bit of commentary, and keep it moving. Because I got a meeting. I got a meeting at 7 o'clock, and then I got to go live at 8 o'clock with Darren. So we got a long night tonight. So we got to make sure we get through it, honey. We got to make it through. Anyway, y'all. So what should I start off with, y'all? Should we start off with the politics, or should we start off with the non-politics? By the way, Shondo, to you and yours. Mm. Y'all let me know. Do we start off with politics or non-politics? Y'all let me know what y'all need from me. Hold on. Oh wow. Oh wow. Let me sit in that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey, so Jeff. Hey, Jason Montrez. Lil Baby. Yana. So y'all say start with politics. Okay, well, we'll start with politics and then we'll veer off as we need. So y'all, let me get this set up because there's some things that I'm probably gonna have to show y'all because y'all gonna be like, I know the fuck y'all, fuck you lying, L Teddy. You is just lying to me. I ain't even gonna believe you. So since I knew that y'all ain't gonna believe me, I'ma just have to let y'all hear it for yourself. Cause these people out here losing their damn minds. They out here losing their damn minds. So the first one that I need y'all to see and pay attention to, um, you know what? All of our politics stories are spiky. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, I present to you your Sugar Spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Hey, Fran J. Hey, boo. Housekeeping note. Thank you, MVN. MVN sometimes can't get on while I'm live, so she'll be a part of the replay gang. And she sent me a cash app last night when she rewatched the Manic Monday. Thank you, MBN. Yes, rest in peace, RIP to Larry Myers, our Sugar Spike vocalist. May he rest in peace. So y'all, oh dear God, let me pull up this video of of hold on, pull up this video of U.S. Representative John Doe. That's U.S. Representative John Doe. Just take a listen. Oh wait, hold on.
State of the Union of the United States, wherein Ukraine.
Hold on, let me restart it. Hold on, y'all. Let me restart it.
Sellout. I mean, Mitt Romney, the man goes to the State of the Union of the United States wearing a Ukraine lapel pin, tells me, a Latino gay man, that I shouldn't sit in the front, that I should be in the back. Well, guess what? Rosa Parks didn't sit in the back, and neither am I going to sit in the back. That's just the reality of how it works. Mitt Romney lives in a very different world, and he needs to buckle up because it's going to be a bumpy ride for him. You want to call me a liar? I'll call you a sellout. I mean, Mitt Romney, the man goes to the State of the Union of the United States wearing a Ukraine lapel pin, tells me, a Latino gay man, that I shouldn't sit in the front, that I should be in the back. Well, guess what? Rosa Parks didn't sit in the back, and neither am I going to sit in the back. That's just the reality of how it works. Mitt Romney lives in a very different world.
I don't have. Gonna crack open this bag of Albanese because I might spike the hell out on Representative John Doe because we clearly don't know what the fuck his name is. And comparing yourself to our beloved Rosa Parks, you know, can we have a moratorium on you people descended from the Caucasus Mountains? Because while he professes to be a Latino man, you also profess to be Jewish. You also profess to be a lot of things. We don't know who you are and what you are. So since you present yourself, you're white presenting, and you appear to be someone descended from the Caucasus Mountains, because we have no clue who you are. And you align yourself with the racists and bigots. Hey, Harold, what's good, boo? Um, since you align yourself with the racists and bigots over there, I'll assume that you're descended from the Caucasus Mountains as well. Can we have a moratorium on you people using our beloved ancestors and forefathers and foremothers as fodder for whatever argument you're trying to have? Hey, Quintessential. Sweetheart, you and Rosa Parks have nothing in common. Even down to the fact that Rosa Parks would never wear those ugly ass dresses you wear when you're in drag, and would never debase herself to wear that ugly ass makeup that you wear over there, Representative John Doe. Keep Rosa Parks' name the fuck out your goddamn mouth. That's what the fuck you do over there. What we need you to do is find you somewhere to go. Find you some hole to crawl up in. Find you some back alley to go and lay up in. I don't have that type of time. I don't have this type of nope. Hey, everybody coming in. What's good, Tracy W? Quintessential Crispies, Miss Trisha P. Listen, I don't know. Because everybody who told to go to the back, now everybody's goddamn Rosa Parks. Because the thing about white people, but like I said, he's gonna be clumped in with the white people because you're only claiming to be Latino when it's convenient for you and your argument. Because white people love to play victim all of the time. In one breath, they want to be the oppressors. They always want to be the oppressors. But now, for them, they think it's a cool thing to be a victim until you have to actually, you know, experience the abuse and oppression that people who are the oppressed have to experience. That's the problem with white people. So now that they want to align themselves with black people and other marginalized people because it's cool to be, you know, to present yourself and culturally misappropriate. And they think that a part of the black appropriation is victimhood. So they always want to be align themselves as being a victim. So if they can make themselves the Rosa Parks of this time, oh my God, that just helps their cause. At this point, anytime um one of these people use one of our ancestors, forefathers, foremothers for their fodder and argument, it's considered cultural misappropriation to me. Period. I'm just saying. He's garbage, and our country continues to be garbage. As long as you have garbage and trash like that sitting in positions of power, able to make decisions that affect the lives of people all across the fruited plains. Because as mad as I am about that interview, what's scarier is he has continued to gallivant and sashay up and down the halls of Congress with reckless abandon. Nobody says anything about all of the horrible things he's done. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper. But y'all want to censure Ilhan Omar, censure Adam Schiff, and censure people who are about the business of doing real, trying to run this country. But you let clowns and trash frolic about. Not hate for it. Mm-mm. Gotta move on. We ain't even got time. The dossier is way too packed today. I can't even do it. In more news. Hey, Patty Duke, boo. You know, you my boo. And when I see you, I have to speak to you. Y'all say hey to Patty Duke, who's one of our oldest and longest standing and serving members of our class over here. Hold on, because I need to let y'all see some of the stuff that these people say. It's just a mess. We are bereft and engorged with spiky moments today. Y'all, um, wait a minute. Harold, aren't you in the great state of Alabama or are you in Mississippi? I know you over there with one of them over there. This is Senator Tommy Tuberville of the great state of Alabama. I just want y'all to hear this mess. Oh, it's not
Well,
playing?
first of all, I'm totally against any type of racism. Okay, I was a football coach for 40 years, and I dealt and had opportunity to be around more minorities than anybody up here on this hill. But when our military has been attacked, was being attacked after 9/11, after January the 6th, and that was my first day on the Senate floor, I thought it was outrageous of what senators from the Democratic side, Chuck Schumer said on the floor that night, calling out people, calling people racist, calling people nationalists, white nationalists. White nationalists is just another word that they want to use other than racism. Uh, I'm totally against anything to do with racism. But the thing about being a white nationalist is just a cover word for the Democrats now, where they can use it to try to make people mad across the country. Identity politics. I'm totally against that. But I'm for the American people. I'm for military. I'm for Christian conservatives, Democrats, whoever wants to be in the military to fight for this country, to protect this country. That's what it's all about. If people think that a white nationalist is a racist, I agree with that. I agree they shouldn't. Well, that's some people's opinion, and I don't think. I mean, a lot. Pardon? My opinion of a white nationalist, if somebody wants to call him white nationalist, to me is an American. It's an American. Now, if that white nationalist is a racist, I'm totally against anything that they want to do, because I am 110% against racism. But I want somebody that's in our military, that's strong, that believes in this country, that's an American, that will fight along anybody, whether it's a man or woman, black or white, red, it doesn't make any difference. And so I'm totally against identity politics. I think it's ruining this country, and I think that Democrats ought to be ashamed for how they're doing this, because it's dividing this country and it's making this country weaker every day.
So now the moments where he wasn't talking, he was being interviewed, and the woman was correcting him. And I know you couldn't hear it because in the audio that I have, they don't play her part. But she was explaining to him, "Hey, Shawnette Boo, I feel like I ain't seen you in a little bit." She was explaining to him what a white nationalist is, and she reminded him a white nationalist. Here's exactly what she said. She reminded him, and she said, where's it at? I just lost my place. Okay. She reminded him that a white nationalist is a racist white person. I'm trying to find the exact quote. A white nationalist is racist. Um, is what she said. I think I have it on the other page. And this was CNN's Caitlin Collins. Hold on, I have it on this page right here. All right. So what CNN's Caitlin Collins said to him was, white supremacy is simply, no, that's what he said. Hold on. I just had it. I just had it, y'all. I apologize. I should be better than this. I just had, I don't know where it went. I wanted to have her exact quote for what she said white nationalist was, because I didn't want to misappropriate her words. Oh, here it is, right here. Collins said that a white nationalist is someone who believes that the white race is superior to other races. Someone who believes that the white race is superior to other races, which is a racist. But he wanted no parts of that. And he talked about all of this identity politics that he wanted. First of all, wait. Let's back the fuck up. Let's back all the way back. This fool started off by saying that because he worked as a football coach for 40 years, he had been around minorities a lot. And so I guess that equated to him not being racist. Newsflash, slave owners worked around black people probably their whole lives. They aren't considered racist. They aren't considered bigoted and discriminatory. I'm just trying to figure this out here. because that was the start of his argument. That was his moment of ethos where he's establishing his credibility. Hey, Sharice. And so, if in your moment of ethos, in your establishment of credibility, you start off by saying, "Oh, I worked as a football coach, the plantation, and for 40 years, and I've been around minorities all that time, and so I can't be racist." Or what? Bitch, what? I don't want to hear anything else you have to say. Exactly, little baby. I don't want to hear anything else you have to say after that argument. This is what Harold and all of his people down there to the great state of Alabama have sent to the floor of the United States Senate. Mind you, their state is governed by a closeted lesbian in the form of Kay Ivey, who is eliminating all LGBTQ rights while she's ceremoniously probably scissoring and let me not go down this road, but doing all types of things down there to the governor's mansion with her gray pubes over there in the great state of Alabama. This is what happens when you elect someone who has no business in politics. In politics, I'll give you another example. We had this when they elected somebody like freaking Ronald Reagan to the governor's mansion in California and to the White House in Washington, D.C. And Ronald Reagan was ceremoniously responsible for a whole lot of fuck shit and fuckery. That was when we had the first demise and the decline and the spiraling into the abyss of, just racism and discrimination. That's when we started this down. Well, I shouldn't say started, but that was the modern day, cascading down this road. God, this is what happens when you send people who don't belong there. You sent Cheeto Man there in 2016. And what the fuck did he do? He sent us spiraling down this road. Now, y'all know I'm a progressive. I'm a progressive. I'm way far to the left, way progressive. But what I will say is, outside of maybe the Nixons of the world, in modern times, most people who spent most of their lives and career in politics were measured in what they did. Not saying they didn't do any bad things, but they were at least measured in how far down the rabbit hole they would send this country. Even G Dub didn't send us this far down. But when you start to get people who don't belong there, the Ronald Reagans of the world, the Donald Trumpses of the world, the Tommy Tuberville of the world, who have no business in this arena, it sends us to places that we can't come back from. Mind you, I should explain to you why we're here even talking to this fucktard. He is responsible for us not having a chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff right now. He is responsible for a delay. Now, this is coming from the Republican side, a side who preaches military, a side who preaches law enforcement, and they want us to be this military power, but he is responsible almost single-handedly for us not being able to appoint people to positions, to certain high-level positions in the military, because he refuses to take a vote on it, because he doesn't want there to be any rights. I'm sorry, he has a problem with the military saying we're not going to have white nationalists in the military. And he's saying, who are you to call them white nationalists? You call them white nationalists. I call them simple Americans and people who should be in the military fighting for us. You call them a slave owner. I just call them a business owner who was running a business. You call them slaves? Oh no, I call them voluntary immigrants who came over to help us so gracefully build this nation. You call it stealing the land from Native Americans and indigenous people? Oh no, I call it us claiming rights to lands that white people have been bestowed ownership of since white Jesus came and walked this earth. Since the God up in heaven, who only believes in white people, when he wrote the Bible, said, I give you dominion over the earth, he was only talking to rich, white, heterosexual Christian men and nobody else. This is what y'all have going on. Now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle #5, Mitch McConnell, is trying to get from under this because he was interviewed. And let me see if I can pull up what he had to say. Y'all hold on. Y'all hold on. Let me see if I can pull up. Because Mitch McConnell was like, even, you know, when Mitch McConnell has to come out and make a statement and be like, listen, I can't go along with this. When Mitch McConnell is say I'm not here for it, you know it's bad. Yeah, I can't. It's not gonna come up. But anyway, let me read to y'all what Mitch McConnell said. Mitch McConnell told reporters today, quote, white supremacy is simply unacceptable. Let me try and talk like him, because you know who almost talk like he got. Let me put a bunch of gummy bears in my jaws so I can talk like Mitch McConnell. Because you know, in order to talk like Mitch McConnell, you got to talk like you're a hamster and your mouth is filled with stuff. Hold, you got marbles in your mouth. Hold on, let me put a whole bunch of gummy bears in my mouth. Hold on. Put okay. This is a mess. White supremacy is simply unacceptable in the military and in our whole country. What else did he say? mm, mm. What else did he say? The senator from Alabama is wrong, wrong, wrong. Now I gotta get this out of my mouth. I'll just eat it. Hold on. Oh my God. mm. So now I gotta swallow this. But Mitch McConnell is now trying to, you know, walk this back. Hey Tracy C. Mm. But yeah, this is what y'all got going on in the United States Senate. Okay. Mm. We ain't got that much time. I got way too much stories. We got to keep it moving. The fact that I just put like 12 gummy bears in my mouth. Mm. All right. So y'all's girl, I'm still trying to swallow gummy bears. So y'all's girl, we just talked about her yesterday, Marjorie Taylor Greene, is in the news again. So, I'm trying so hard to swallow these gummy bears, y'all. I'm almost done. Mm. Let me wash them down with this Powerade. Hold on. Mm. Mm. Ooh. All right. So she was cornered finally to be asked about being ousted from the Freedom Caucus. So today, she says she has not been told that she's been kicked out of the hardline conservative House Freedom Caucus while brushing off the significance of the apparent vote to boot her from the group. Quote, I'm not really concerned about it. Adding that most of what she learned has been from the press. She continued by saying, congratulations, y'all did a great job. And I guess the Freedom Caucus does a good job of talking to you more than their members. I don't have time for the drama club. Really, girl? Really? Now, remember last week, a Republican representative, I think it was Representative Harris, um, let it come out that they have voted to vote her out. But according to this article, House Freedom Caucus Chair Scott Perry of the great state of Pennsylvania has reportedly been trying to contact Miss Green to let her know about the results of the votes, but she ain't picked up the phone. You know, it's one of them situations when you know the bill collector is calling, trying to get you to pay this bill, and every time you see their number come up in your call ID, baby, we don't answer that. They just gonna have to take me to collections. I'm not paying that. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene is. She, as much as she tries to pick on people who are poor and so forth. She acting like poor white gutter trash who don't want to pay their bills. You see them people calling you. You know what they calling you for. You done saw this in the news and in the blogs. Baby, you done got fired. Baby, they done voted you off the island. Baby, I don't know what else you want. Answer these people. Call because you not answering the phone doesn't make it not real. You ever notice those people? They say, "Well, baby, if I don't answer it, they can't never tell me that I owe them money. So then that means I don't really owe them money." No, bitch. Just because you don't answer the phone doesn't mean it's not real. Doesn't mean this isn't happening. This is happening. Sorry, this is happening. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's a whole ass clown. I can't even do anything but laugh at Marjorie Taylor Greene because she's a whole ass clown. She goes on just oh, here's I'm, I can't. Here's what Kevin McCarthy had to say. I don't know why they would do something like that from any perspective, but I'll tell you this. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a very good member, works hard, represents her district night and day, and she's always here fighting for the process of what we're doing. I think it's a loss for the Freedom Caucus. End quote. Kevin McCarthy, let's be clear. You just scared that woman gonna stand up and put a motion on the floor to vote you out of the goddamn speakership. So you got to kowtow, step and fetch, and everything. You got to be around here licking coochie hairs, licking nut sacks, licking booty holes, and doing anything you can to keep a bitch satisfied over there on that side of Congress so you don't get your ass voted the fuck out. Just a mess. That whole side of the house is just Yeehaw Junction. You know what I'm saying? That whole side of the house floor is fucking Yeehaw Junction. Like it's just fuck shit and fuckery over there. It's fucking Yeehaw Junction over there. Just a bunch of inbreeds, bigots, racists, and just a cornucopia of the worst of us. It's just a complete cornucopia of the worst of this country over there on that side of the aisle. a mess. In more news that might be spiky, but it's Karma. I told y'all Karma is a bitch. And we love her sometimes when she do the right thing. So y'all know Mike Lindell, the racist and bigot, who's the CEO of the company My Pillow or whatever. So now he mad and calling it cancel culture because the people said, well, we just not gonna be buying and patronizing your business no more. The company done lost over $100 million. The My Pillow company that he's the CEO of, he had all of these I think it was a billionaire at one point. Well, his company, My Pillow, is auctioning off hundreds of pieces of equipment and all kinds of shit, and subleasing and some manufacturing spaces and everything, like, because they damn near going out of business. He said that his company lost $100 million from what he says was, quote, attacks by box stores, the shopping networks, the shopping channels, and all of them did cancel culture on us. That's what he said. Several retailers, including Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Kohl's, pulled My Pillow products from their shelves after Lindell continued to claim that the 2020 presidential election was stolen from former President Trump. Just a mess. So they auctioning off all kinds of stuff. Forklifts. Here's what they say is on the little auction site. Forklifts, conveyor belts, printers, electronics, commercial supplies, and more. I mean, going on around there. It's on this website, K-Bid online auctions. Going on over there. You might get you some shit for cheap over there. Ciao. Yes, Walmart snatched them right on out. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. A goddamn mess. Hey, Xavier. Now that Xavier is here, we can ring the late bell. See how I looked out for you, Xavier? See how I looked out for you? But you be rolling up in my class at any time. I was holding the late bell hall monitors until Xavier got here. Now that Xavier done got here at 5:45, that's the late bell ringing if you need it. Late bell. But right, he deserves everything that he get. Lindell said he can replace any auctioned items if the retailers, quote, ever came back, end quote. He says that he's subleasing some of My Pillow's manufacturing spaces in Shakopee, Minnesota, and all over the country. He's currently facing a $1.3 billion with a B dollar defamation suit from Dominion Voting Systems, who claim Lindell's accusations of fraud, election rigging, and conspiracy have hurt the company's brand. He was ordered in April to pay $5 million, million with an M that is, to a software developer who debunked his data about the election after the My Pillow CEO vowed to pay that amount to anyone who could debunk his data allegedly proving election fraud. Child, they got an arbitrator involved. Actually, a panel of arbitrators, and they ruled that the software expert Robert Zeidman successfully disproved Lindell's claims and ordered the payment within 30 days. Bitch. That shit is funny as hell. So he got up on TV said, anybody who can debunk my claims of the Dominion systems and this voter fraud, I'll pay them $5 million. And I guess he thought nobody was going to hold him up. And dude came and had receipts and had all of the data. And they had to go to arbitration, bitch. And the arbitrator said, Bitch, you owe that man his $5 million. You should have said that shit. You got 30 days. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. Child. Karma is the bitch. She ain't fucking off. She is not fucking off. Anyway, I just thought y'all would find that story quite comical. So update. I got an update for y'all. Y'all know we try to update y'all on stories. So remember the story I did maybe about 2 weeks ago, where it was inside the jail, and there was the black boy who was 19 years old, and he was just standing there, and he had the dreads, and then this big buff bald head white police officer just clocked him in the face, threw him to the ground, started beating him down and slamming his head against the floor. Remember that we saw that about a week or two ago, and they just threw him in the cell, and he got injured and everything. Now remember, he got fired. Now the police department did do the right thing. So update. And remember, the boy's name was Jaquan Smith. So an update on that case is an update on the case is that he has been charged formally with a federal civil rights crime. He has been formally charged with a federal criminal. I'm sorry, let me get that right. A federal civil rights crime. A criminal complaint against that officer, Matthew Rodriguez, was unsealed in federal court ahead of an afternoon news conference by U.S. Attorney Don Eisen. So he has been formally charged with this good. I wanted to give y'all that update. There's not a lot of information out with regard to all of the ins and outs of it. At least I don't have it in front of me. If I can get my hands on it and maybe break it down, I'll try to. But I wanted to give y'all that update that he has been officially charged with a federal civil rights crime. So now it's not just left up to the state or the municipality or the state. It's a federal civil rights crime. So that's some good news too. So we're not all spiky and no good news. Had to give you some news. Hopefully this is our last spiky story, or who knows, you might spike out for anything. So a Los Angeles church was targeted with KKK style cross burnings. Yes, you heard me right. It is the year of our Lord 2023. We are in the year of our Lord 2023. 2023 CE, not BCE. CE. 2023 CE. And we still got fuckers in the great state of California, one of the bluest of bluest states, in Los Angeles, with cross burnings. Child, let me give y'all a little bit of information that I got. Let me read this. I got this from theroot.com. In his 30 years of leading Silmer Christian Fellowship Church, Reverend Pierre Howard said he never saw a threat like what he saw on Thursday, July 6th. 3 wooden crosses outside the Los Angeles church were set ablaze. According to the Associated Press, the fire is being investigated as a potential hate crime. The reports say firefighters responded to a report of a fire shortly after 5 a.m. in the Silmer area. The 3 crosses in the garden in front of the church were scorched from flames. But by the time the firefighters arrived, the fire had ceased. Authorities say there was a garden hose nearby, but it's still unclear if someone put out the flames. There are many ways we are reminded that Jim Crow's America was not that long ago, despite the overwhelming number of black and white photos that suggest otherwise. Unfortunately, it's not just the racism that persists, but also the violent threats, particularly those reminiscent of the Ku Klux Klan, hanging empty nooses, cross burning, and other forms of intimidation were common scare tactics to drive back black people out of neighborhoods. Listen, y'all. Um, I don't even need to add no more. I mean, let me say this. Some of us are I don't know if any of us that are on my platform were around during the times when these cross burnings were really, really prevalent. So what I'm saying is some of us sometimes, because we weren't around during the Jim Crow era, what I don't want us to do is get to the point where we start not to look at these things for what they are, don't see the intent behind each and everything that these people are doing. I don't want this to be seen as, oh, there was a fire at the church. No, it wasn't no damn fire. It was a goddamn cross burning. And that is emblematical, and that is an intentional message being sent. It is deliberate. You know, I saw a story about a month ago where it was a 19-year-old black boy. He went to work, and on his locker there was a noose, and he said, "Oh, it's just a prank," and I laughed it off. No, no, that's not just a prank, and that's not just something that you laugh off. But because we have a generation of, people who may not have lived through that time and just think that it's just a random prank or something to laugh off. Even if you look at the other side, a white person can't come and joke with me talking about, oh, I just burned this cross because it was just a prank. Oh, I just left that noose on your desk because I thought it would be funny. The shit ain't funny. It ain't cute. You know what you're doing. You will not get away with it. That shit is deliberate. But what they want us to do is they want us to do like Tommy Tuberville was doing at the beginning of this broadcast, try to make it like, oh, that's not, an intentional, hate crime. No, that's just a harmless TikTok prank. No, kids will be kids. That's what they want us to believe. That's what they want us to go with. They like to change narratives. They like to rewrite history. They like to be revisionist in their retelling of history and so forth. It absolutely was, Patty Duke. And when you really go and look at it, remember there was that whole infighting over in Great Britain between the Irish, the Scots, and those over on the mainland, the Yorks, as they like to call it. You have the Yorks versus the Scots versus the Irish and so forth. And there's a whole that you are absolutely right, Patty Duke. Absolutely right. When you really get down to really studying the tradition of all of these things, it's a whole goddamn mess. So, so we have to. This is why they want to erase and eliminate these things out of history, so that some of our kids grow up not knowing what these things are, grow up not knowing the history, grow up not knowing what to look for. And so when they have, intentional and deliberate threats to them and their safety, they look at it as if it's nothing. They look at it as if it's, oh, there's nothing to see here. oh, that's just harmless. When there's a deliberate threat to your safety and well-being being placed that you just overlook and look past because you never learned the history, because you never learned what to look for, because they don't want you to know what they did. It's already starting. It's already starting. That's why I love stories. I loved shows like Lovecraft Country. Y'all know that was one of my favorite shows because every episode they would go back and they would teach you certain things. Go back and look at some of those reviews that I would do on Country. And I'm not just trying to sell you to go back and watch my reviews, but I do want you to go watch it because every time you would always see me give you all of the little nuggets that a lot of people miss because they just didn't know. And a lot of little nuggets from every episode that you really, really had to be really in tune with what was going on. I know a lot of people that didn't even know what a sundown town was until they saw the first episode of Lovecraft Country. Had no idea what that meant or what it was. Didn't even think it existed. They didn't know what the Green Book was. They had no idea what the purpose of that map that they were making was. Had no idea. And every episode, it was filled with all of this rich history of who we are. And I promise you, some white C-suite or some white person in positions of power down there, the HBO and down there with the conglomerate looked at it and said, oh, hell the fuck nah. We ain't gonna give you no more seasons of this shit because y'all giving these people way too much information and giving them way too much power. We want no parts of empowering Black people to know their history, knowing what to look for in everything. Exactly, little baby. Black people eating things like butter pecan ice cream, chocolate chip cookies, chocolate, even down to remember we did the whole segment about watermelons and how there was this intent by white people to make watermelon seem like it was a horrible thing. And that's how you got the pickaninnies and so forth. We go back and watch the review. We used to do the whole thing that they did with Black women. There was that whole episode where they talked about the doctor that experimented on Black women, and that's how he was the father of gynecology, but he maimed scores of Black women. There was so much there. So much there. Go back and watch the good stuff there. They just want us to forget this stuff and act like it never happened. Yes. I'm going to go back and rewatch Lovecraft Country myself and watch all the reviews. Anyway, Darren say his state still have some sundown towns. Every state has them. Whether or not we want to believe it, hell, many states in the South have these man-made lakes, which used to be Black cities, and Black people are still buried underneath those man-made lakes. Child, don't get me started. Do not get me started. Ja Morant is in the news again because he can't get right. So now an arrest warrant has been issued for his best friend, Devontae Pack, for beating up a kid at Ja Morant's house. I went back when Ja Morant first came out, when the stuff first started coming out, what did I continue to say? His problem was his friends and his circle of friends. They don't mean him no good. They're going to be his demise. They're going to be his complete demise. Ja Morant's circle of friends are going to send him down the rabbit hole that he will not be able to come up out of. They're going to do irreparable damage to his career, his image, and probably to his well-being. Baby, let me read this to you. An arrest warrant has been issued for Devontae Pack, who is John Morant's close friend, according to the Shelby County Criminal Justice Portal. The warrant issued Monday is connected to an altercation between two friends and a teenage basketball player in July 2022. The warrant obtained by the Shelby County Sheriff's Office charges Pack with misdemeanor assault with intent to do bodily harm and was confirmed to be for Pack allegedly punching the teen Joshua Holloway at John Morant's house. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office obtained a warrant for the arrest of Devontae Pack, who has been charged with simple assault in relation to the July 2022 altercation involving Mr. Pack. Memphis Grizzlies basketball player John Morant, a juvenile basketball player at John Morant's residence in Eads, the Shelby County District Attorney's Office said in an email statement Monday. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office consulted with SCDAG before obtaining the warrant. So it goes on and on and on. I don't even need to go on any further. Listen. Girl, I told y'all the problem is his friends. You got to choose better friends, John Morant. I promise you. You're going to start to, because the water is tainted. They're going to start to pull any and everything out of the woodwork. This happened last year in July, and we just finding out about it now a whole year later. And they're going to start to find all of these different things, and they're going to have all of this evidence and all of these things that they can use to oust you out of the NBA. You better go take a clue from Gilbert Arenas, because Gilbert Arenas thought he was on top of the goddamn world. And him with those guns and him holding up gun, him mimicking a gun with his hands afterwards got him ousted out of the goddamn NBA. This shit is not a birthright. You do realize that you're black. Sometimes black people get money and they get a certain amount of fame and notoriety and a certain amount of wealth, and they tend to believe that they have their own supremacy, and they tend to believe that they don't have to be subjected to all of the shit that regular black people have to be subjected to until they find out real fast, hey bitch, your money don't stop you from being black. Bitch, you're still black. Child, I would say I'll keep you informed of it, but I won't. I don't really care like that. Baby, at this point, you did it to yourself. In other news, exactly, Xavier. Exactly. In other news, Michael Blackson is in the news. Because apparently he made his girlfriend change her outfit before going to Usher's concert. What do y'all want from me? I literally don't know what y'all want from me. Apparently she did, little baby. Child, and he put it on his social media. Child, listen. Michael Blackson, you and your big old piece of peen and your ugly, he ain't that cute in the face, but he do got a big old slab of beef. I mean, we saw the peen pics. I mean, it is big. But anyway, that don't give you the right to be bossing me around. Well, I take that back. If she like it, I love it. If it's good for her, it's great for me. I ain't got to deal with that. That ain't my story. That's not my relationship, baby. Mama girl went in there, changed her clothes, and then went to the concert, and kept it moving. So clearly, um, she like it. And if that's your relationship, go ahead, go with God. I'm okay with that. Listen, if they like it, I'm okay. My issue ain't so much with Michael Blackson because now we had the Kiki Palmer, and yesterday it was Winnie Harlow and Kyle Kuzma. Today is Michael Blackson and his girlfriend Usher. You better bitch. You better understand. Somebody gonna fuck your ass up, Usher. You don't give me that you can fight Usher. You a pretty ass face and a nice ass body, riddled with herpes, riddled with the herpes, littered with the simplex over there. But still, you a cute face and a nice body and a nice sweet voice, okay? But you better sit your ass the fuck down and stay your ass on stage and stay the fuck away from these people and their girlfriends, or you get your ass fucked up. Because I think the next story we gonna hear Usher is a bitch busting you in the mouth. I'm just saying, Usher, you don't give me that you can fight like that. I ain't looking for you to be fighting like that. You better get your life in order. You better get your life in order. I'm just telling you what I know, Usher. I'm just saying, girl. Little baby, I'm not doing this with you. Oh, ooh. Darren say she ain't no Kiki, so she got away. Listen, I don't know what they got going on. But let me tell you this. Usher, you better go sit your ass the fuck down somewhere. Stay your ass on stage, Usher. Because I'm telling you, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the next story is going to be Usher get his ass busted in the mouth because you out here playing with people's girlfriends, wives, and mistresses and side pieces. Girl. And when he be walking up to these people, I don't be seeing a whole lot of security around him. Like he might have one or two. My point being, when you roll up on these people, a bitch can get 2 to the head, 3 to the body before security get over there. Girl, you better get your life in order, Usher. You better get your life in order. Because, baby, somebody going to come and give you 2 to the head and 3 to the body. Girl, boom. I was supposed to do this when I did the politics segment, but I forgot. And this goes in line with what I was saying earlier. And I'm fair on both sides. I'm fair if you on the right. I'm fair if you on the left. Hill Harper has announced that he's running for U.S. Senate. Hill Harper. I love you down, Hill Harper. Baby, I need you to stay in your lane. Why these people can't stay in their lane? Like Hill Harper, it's okay for you to give your opinion on certain things here and there, but you going over the United States Senate and trying to make wholesale decisions, I just don't know how I feel about that. Baby, just go do another movie and keep it moving. I need people to stay in their lane. If you're an actor, baby, stay an actor. If you're a politician, be a politician. If you're a track star, be a track star. That's just like I hate when these actors and actresses want to become singers and rappers. Baby, that's not your thing. Every now and again it works, but for the most part, it doesn't. You say he need a job, but Xavier, child, this ain't it. And then you just go straight to Senate. You ain't tried to go to the House. You ain't even tried to run for office within your own state. I wish you well, but Ch- I don't know. I I just need y'all to see this fuck shit that I saw. I just want to put this image up real fast of what came. I just want to put this image up of what came across my desk earlier. Jamie Foxx was not a singer turned actor. Jamie Foxx was an actor first. You got to go back and know your history. Jamie Foxx was an actor first. He was not a singer first. He wanted to be a singer, but he wasn't getting no jobs back in the late 80s. And baby, nobody was giving that young man no contract. Baby, he had to get signed on with In Living Color first. And then he parlayed that into the Jamie Foxx show. And all of that shit went down before we got even a sniff of the first Jamie Foxx album. Let's be clear. He was an actor first. Child. Right, Tracy. I mean, start on the local. I ain't saying you got to go all the way down to the local level. Maybe run for the state house or the state senate, or I don't know. But what I do know is you thinking you finna go straight to the. Maybe he might win. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm sick of all of these people um, that don't want to stay in their own goddamn lane. I just wanted y'all to see this picture. This is a picture of former NBA player Royce White, and he had that written on his head while he was playing in the Big Three League. That's the 3-on-3 league that Ice Cube owns, is part owner of, and so he thought it was a good idea to write that on his head. This is the fuck shit that we have to deal with. This is the fuck shit. Like, this is the cluelessness that we have going on. The cluelessness. So I'm not saying Jamie Foxx can't sing, but what I'm saying is Jamie Foxx's claim to fame is acting first, not singing. We don't know who Jamie Foxx is. We wouldn't even know that Jamie Foxx could sing had it not been for him acting. I'm just saying. If Jamie Foxx were not an actor, we wouldn't even know he could sing. Oh, it said Trump won. I'm sorry, I thought you all could read it. It said Trump won. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. Speaking of Jamie Foxx, I said this yesterday. Now you all over the place. Now you over there saving some lady purse, and you over there at Top Golf. You on the yacht. You still ain't rolled up on nobody's television to say thank you for the love, thoughts and prayers of love, and those people concerned. It's still probably somebody grandma over there in her prayer closet with rosary beads, Santeria candles, sackcloth on, and all kinds of shit, trying to pray you through whatever she think you going through. Just a fucking mess. Just a mess. A damn mess. I want to hear him talk. Yes, Harold, that's how we learned of Jamie Foxx on In Living Color. That's how we learned of Jamie Foxx. He came in, I believe, season 3. I know he wasn't on the first 2 seasons. I believe Jamie Foxx came season 3, which was the same year he came on, and Jennifer Lopez came season 3 as well. That's also the season, I believe, Marlon came that season, and Sean Wayans went from being a DJ, being SW1, to being an actual cast member. Because remember, Sean wasn't a cast member at first. He used to be up there faking like he was DJing. No, he wasn't DJing nothing. He was SW1, and then season 3, he was added to the cast. I believe Marlon was added to the cast because Marlon wasn't on the show at all. Jamie Foxx was added to the cast. Jennifer Lopez became a fly girl, I believe, and that was season 3 because I think that was the season Damon left. Either season 3 was Damon Wayans' last season, or he had left season 3. I don't remember, but it was one of the two. But yeah, because they had to bring new people on because Damon had already. Because I think Damon had left by that point. Damon Wayans had left. So I'm just saying, but the man was playing top golf, so apparently his motor skills are well enough for him to be able to, play golf down to the top. They had a video of him, taking a whole swing of the golf club and all. So his motor skills are at least, well enough for him to do that. I ain't heard him talk yet, but I don't know. Even if you release a written statement or something, girl, go on Instagram and make an Instagram post or something. But you are, girl, I told y'all yesterday I wasn't the biggest of Jamie Foxx fan anyway. So, girl, whatever. So, I wish I had more time to break this next story down, but I don't. So I'm gonna do it briefly. So, speaking of Jamie Foxx, why is Jamie Foxx all over my news timeline? So, Jamie Foxx, Colin Firth, and Sony Music are allegedly producing a documentary on singer Luther Vandross. I don't know that I want it. I really don't think. And you want to know why I don't want a documentary on Luther Vandross? Because can we just leave Luther for who and what he was? Because y'all ain't gonna go there. Y'all ain't gonna go down that road of really telling the Luther story. Because the story of Luther Vandross is very convoluted. Let's be clear. The story of Luther Vandross, if you're going to really tell the story, if you look at Luther and he talked about his weight gains, his up and down weight gain, the story of Luther and some of the true meaning behind some of his lyrics that he had, y'all ain't going to tell the real story of Luther. So if y'all ain't going to give me the full unabridged Luther story, leave Luther the fuck alone. Yeah. First of all, you would really have to go and do some research and find people who would really be willing to give up all of the details of his story. Because I'm outside of Mother Patti LaBelle, but most of his inner circle have remained silent. He ain't got the inner circle that Whitney Houston had. Now, Whitney Houston's inner circle don't give a fuck. Those whores over there tell any and everything they fucking want to tell. Luther's circle is mum's the word, except for Patti LaBelle. So you're not going to even, I don't even know if you're going to get the real, pure, unadulterated story. So you're going to have to fill in the blanks where you don't know, or just leave out whole chunks that really don't create the real story and depiction of who and what Luther Vandross was. So it'll be reckless to do a Luther Vandross documentary if that's the case. Quincy Jones don't have the whole Luther Vandross story. Let's be clear. Hell, Quincy Jones is damn near hanging on to a shred of life right now. Like and I ain't trying to kill a man off, but Quincy Jones got to be 90 something years old. Quincy Jones is barely hanging on. So, and Quincy Jones, child, let me shut up. Because people say Quincy Jones ain't even telling his whole story. But that's a whole nother thing, honey. Child. But yeah, Luther's inner circle ain't giving up them stories like that. So leave Luther alone. Leave Luther alone. You got too many other things to be worried about right now, Jamie Foxx, and trying to produce a documentary for Luther Vandross. I'm really not here for this. I'm literally not here for this because I don't feel like, and I'm speaking specifically for Black America because the Luther Vandross documentary ain't for white America. Let's be clear. That's for us. That ain't white America could give two shits about Luther. Black America, Luther is godlike and beloved for us. And I don't know that Black America is even ready for the full, unadulterated, unabridged Luther Vandross story. They're not ready to come to grips with that. And we all knew who and what Luther was, but they're still not ready for to come to grips with that. They still be skirting around Whitney and her being a lesbian and everything. They're not ready to come to grips with that. Xavier, Black people dealing with lesbians is very different than Black people dealing with gay men. Let's be brutally honest. Hell, Luther wasn't ready to deal with all of that Luther had going on, which is why he ran from so many demons, which is why he had so many issues and concerns and stuff like that, because he couldn't even deal with everything he had going on. During that time period, life was completely different during that time period. And let's be clear, Gen Zers, Xavier, they don't have the same attachment to Luther that um older millennials and up have. Y'all just don't, not that y'all don't see it for Luther, but y'all don't have the same attachment to Luther that the rest of us had. So exactly, Tracy. The man was private. He didn't want everybody in his business. So I shudder to think that he would want a movie detailing all that he had going on. I think it would be disrespectful. The man was very private. He didn't want people in his business like that. So y'all making whole movies and shit about Lufa and what he had going on. Baby, he turning over in his grave that y'all even consider that. So but I'm not here for it. We'll see. I mean, if it came out, I would go watch it because I would probably do a whole review on it and probably end up dragging the people who made it with reckless abandon. Like I probably would click this goddamn button and dog walk these people. So anyway, Kenya Moore is in the news. Her ex, I can't say her ex-husband because they still together, but her husband, who she separated from, demands that she be found in contempt of court and is furious that their 4-year-old daughter was near a Real Housewife of Atlanta argument. Let me read this to you from Radar Online. Kenya Moore's estranged husband, Mark Daly, has demanded the reality star be found in contempt of court after their daughter, Brooklyn, was present for a Real Housewives of Atlanta fight. Radar Online .com has learned, according to court documents obtained by the news source, Mark is furious the 4-year-old was present during filming when Real Housewives of Atlanta star Marlo Hampton attempted to kick down the door of Kenya's hotel room where Brooklyn was sleeping. Mark and Kenya are in the middle of a bitter divorce war. They are set to face off in a trial later this month. Before the divorce, Kenya filed a separate case over custody, pleading for primary custody. As part of the case, Mark fought to keep Brooklyn off Real Housewives of Atlanta. In the end, the parties agreed Kenya would have sole custody of Brooklyn, with Mark having visitation. The judge ruled the minor could appear on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but with restrictions. The judge said he was not convinced, and no evidence had been shown that Kenya would place Brooklyn in any environment that might not be in the minor's child's best interest or may in any way be considered dangerous or inappropriate. As a part of the court order, the judge ruled that Kenya would have final authority to decide to include Brooklyn on Real Housewives of Atlanta or for any other economic opportunities. However, the judge said Kenya was required to discuss the opportunity with Mark. Quote, Kenya shall notify Mark of any opportunity where the minor will appear on camera or shall advise Mark of the content of the appearance. The minor child will only be involved in opportunities that are age appropriate. End quote. According to Mark's newly filed motion, he claims Kenya violated the court order by filming a home. Hold on. By filming. Violated the court order by filming a home run-in pizza commercial prominently featuring Brooklyn without any discussion with him. Mark said he learned of the commercial through the internet. Further, he said the court order stated, quote, Mark shall be allowed daily telephonic and or video visitation with the minor child, end quote. Mark said he, quote, repeatedly requests calls and FaceTime with Brooklyn and provides available times, but Kenya fails to respond. He, end quote, he said he's only talked to Brooklyn twice in June and accused Kenya of refusing to cooperate with in-person visits. Mark asked the court to take note of Kenya's behavior during the divorce trial. He asked that she be ordered to pay his legal fees associated with the motion. Kenya has not responded yet. Girl. Now, y'all know I can't stand Kenya at all. At all. But I equally can't stand Mark Daly. So my venom and vitriol is with both of them. But if I'm being honest, if Mark's attorneys can show evidence of this, Kenya, girl, what are you doing? Girl. The court order said you had to inform him and get consent from him if there were going to be monetary opportunities for her. And you had that girl in the whole ass commercial and didn't even tell him. If he can have evidence through text messages or whatever, communication showing that he tried to get in contact with his child and you didn't let him get in contact with his child, baby, you may have a problem. Child. Let me see what y'all said. We got to get out of here. I know Really Be Good and you ready to go live. And I know she's going to break this down completely. It did seem like she was trying to kick the door down. If a good attorney will show video of that, and that looks like she's trying to kick the door down. I'm just saying. It does sound, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but preliminarily, this don't sound good for you, Kenya. Now, granted, we're only hearing one side. We ain't heard Kenya's side yet. She ain't been able to lay out her evidence, and we don't know that she will lay out evidence because she might have a good attorney that say, girl, you don't talk in the blogs. We talk in court. So I don't know. But just hearing his side, it don't sound good, Kenya. How was the Kenya's fault that Mark child? I don't know, honey. Brooklyn wasn't in the opportunity in the child. President Energy, does Mark even see about Brooklyn? Why won't he release her so she can be on her way and out of his life? That is her dad. So I don't think the man want to be in his daughter's life. So he does deserve the right to be in his daughter's life. You got with that man. You know, did what you had to do. Y'all got the sperm and the egg or whatever y'all had to do and got it together. Kenya, you chose him, not us. So you got to deal with it. Karma, Kenya. We've been talking about karma all day. So karma is coming for you and your fuck shit, Kenya. Kenya been on some fuck shit for a long time. Um, Child, this needs to be on the show at this point. It would be good television because the show ain't good television at this point. I'm with you, so Gemini. If they want to go up and rate it, this is something that we may need to see because that fuck shit that they've been showing us ain't shit. Child. You said specifically in response to Real Housewives of Atlanta for Opportunity Child, but they said she was also in some kind of commercial for a pizza company, and she never ran it by him. A mess. Marlo wasn't finna do anything. Mark and his wife went child. As Mark introduced Brooklyn to his parents, child. I don't know. All I know is this. It don't sound good, Kenya. This don't sound like good stuff. I mean, say what you want to say, baby. That is the you got court orders. Now, like I said, we ain't seen both sides. We don't know what Kenya's side has to say. We don't know what evidence her attorneys are gonna come out with. But baby, listen. I ain't on neither one of their side because I don't like any of them. Before we get out of here, we about to get out of here. This is my last thing I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all know for the last month and a half, um, I have been enthralled with this story of Zion Williamson and Mariah Mills. I've been so enthralled with this story, y'all. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It won't the fuck go away. So, girl, let me tell y'all what this woman got to say now. Oh God. So now she claims that her and Zion Williamson are good now. They chill now. Ain't no problem now. Girl, girl, let me read this to y'all real fast. This coming from one of my favorite. Was there a fist fight or did Marlo just bang hit child? Child. So looks like everything is copacetic between adult entertainer Mariah Mills and NBA player Zion Williamson. In case you're unfamiliar with this, I don't need to go through that because we're very familiar with the story. Um, Let me just get to the updates. Following her threats, it was speculated that Williamson was going to take legal action. However, during a recent street interview with paparazzi, Mariah Mills said she's in a quote halfway good end quote place with her rumored ex. She added, "We're like chill, we're good," end quote. When asked if there was a chance for the two to reconcile, Mariah Mills stated that Williamson's quote can't get enough of this, end quote, suggesting that they're still in contact. Additionally, the content creator expressed that nobody from Williamson's legal team has contacted her over the sex tape. She then said she's, quote, not worried about, end quote, a lawsuit because she knows Williamson won't pursue legal action against her. Mills also let it be known that despite being sidelined by Williamson, her DMs have been flooded with new suitors. The model says she's been getting hit up by other athletes seeking her company, and that some have requested she make basketball themed adult content for them. Listen, Zion better have dick of death and cock of doom. I don't think he got either. What he got is a $194 million salary. And remember, he was giving her over 100 grand a month. Remember that? Was it a week or a month? Do y'all remember? I think it was either 100 grand a week or 100 grand a month. One of the two. I think it was a week. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was a week, because I remember we had to do the math, and I wouldn't have to do the math if it was a month, because if it was a month, then that would equate to just what, $1.2 million, and I know it was more than just one point. Maybe it was a month. I don't know, but what I do know is no, baby, he don't have dick of death or cock of doom, child. That was a term we used to have when I was in college. Dick of death meant that they had more length than girth. Cock of doom meant they had more girth than length. He don't got neither. Anyway, he's so fat and ugly. He's not cute. Child, child, a mess, just a mess. Anyway, that's all we got over here. Y'all know I'm always gonna be enthralled with that story. We about to get up out of here. Really B is about to go live. Has Really B started her live yet? Y'all put some shondos in the chat. Listen, if you have enjoyed yourself today, feel free to patronize the platform. You know, show some love, show the kids some love. Hit up the Cash App. You know, support the platform so we can continue great programming like this continuing. Um, Shondo, to you and yours, as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal president and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged and much appreciated. We about to get up out of here, y'all. I thank y'all for being here. Y'all see, I'm trying to, give y'all as much as I can. I'll be out of town again this weekend, so just know that. But I'm doing everything I can to be here for y'all and trying to give y'all some good content. So I hope y'all enjoyed today, and we'll give y'all some more. Stay tuned and look for. Oh, you're right, Harold. I do got to do it. Thank you for reminding me, Harold. If I forget again, Harold, remind me in the members only chat. Shout out to all of the members. Members, can y'all flood the chat with the members only emojis, please? Tracy still ain't did her job and found us the orange shirt video. We've been waiting for damn near over a week now for Tracy to find the orange shirt video, and she still ain't find it. God. But shout out to the members of the members only chat. Y'all know we have a good time in the members only chat. If you're not listening, I keep telling y'all, if you're not a part of the members only chat, you are missing out. The members only chat is where it's at. That's where we have the most fun. Even when I'm not on here, the members of the members only chat, they don't fuck off. They be over there engaged. I don't even got to go on there, and they be in there giving us the business. So yes, shout out to all of the members. Anyway, who told me that? 1,342 video chat. Well, we know it was in 2019. That helps. That cuts out at least about 2/3. Anyway, we about to get up out of here, y'all, so we can go watch Really Be. I got a meeting at 7 o'clock. Also, programming note, Tracy, can you put Darren's channel in the chat for me, please? We will be on Darren Green's platform tonight at 8, I believe, with the panel. I believe it's 8 o'clock. But we're not just going to talk about the Real House Whores of Atlanta. We're going to talk some hot topics as well. Medusa is back. And so, Medusa always brings the woman's perspective. And so she'll be there giving her perspective. So, yes, we're going to have a good time between the three of us. I'll have a drink on tap. We'll have a drink on tap. Okay. Anyway, I'll catch y'all around there at 8 tonight. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.